your magic.
That's it.
Because Lakshmi is here, I'm probably going to, uh, usually I ask simple questions. Today, I'm probably going to take up a topic which is out of syllabus because Lakshmi and Prem were joined. And that was that those questions will not be for Pooja, those questions will be for them in particular. Are we live, Kriti?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'll hear when the recording is started. I'll start.
We are live, sir.
We are live.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fantastic. So, welcome everyone to the, uh, should I say, COE show? I think we should call it the Princess Show today or the Pooja Show. Reason? Why do we call it Pooja Show? Lakshmi, any idea?
Because she has conquered the day world.
Exactly. She's won everybody's hearts like the princess, and she's performed very extremely well. I remember, just a few months back when she joined, when you had introduced her, saying, "Hey, I have a friend interested in data engineering. Shall we talk to her show? Do you want to talk to her? Things like that." And I said, "Okay, we'll talk to her." And the first time she met us, she said, I think this is my one dream. Uh, I think I should get a good job in data engineering, and let's see if I can be a great success in it. And few months later, she has not one but multiple offers, and it's not ended yet. I mean, she's having more interviews, more offers are coming in, and she's taking the time to evaluate, to decide. Um, so in our session, we do not talk about salaries and numbers. Those are not important to us because it is very easy to say, "Hey, I'm making 20 lakhs. I get another offer 25 lakhs, 35." We are not into this 25 lakh and 35 lakh and 40 lakh and 60 lakh business. We are here. We believe in real education, real inspiration from real people, authentic stories, right? So without discussing too much in about numbers, we will talk about um, a little bit. We learned a little bit about the background of Pooja, who was affectionately called by the group the Princess. We had fun with her on that name. Um,
I
we
shouldn't have told her. Yeah, like
I know, I
princess.
know, I know. No, I saw that in the DP and I said, "My God, she's it's yeah." So anyhow, so yeah, we will start a little bit about her background, uh, s- s- um, and then we will give the opportunity to the audience to ask some questions. I will have some questions of my own. I'm sure even Lakshmi, Prem, Akriti, anybody in the audience may have one or two questions that they might want to ask her. So we will allow her to speak, and in between she'll take pauses, and so we will try to not speak one over the other. We'll try to follow uh, a quorum where we can um, give her a chance to respond to the answer completely, and then also she also one fun thing is she also gets a chance to ask questions from us or from you guys. So it goes two ways. If you ask her a question, she also has the equal opportunity to ask you a question, right? For example, she might ask you, "Hey, what's your motivation of being in the seminar? What do you want to become in life?" And then we'll all pitch in. It's not just one person may or may not be able to join today for the session. He tries to be a guest. He tries to be quiet in the background. So if we need him, he'll be there. He'll be able to answer to your questions, but today is all about Pooja. So, Pooja, you ready?
Yeah, yeah. First, I would
Alrighty.
like to,
Yeah,
yeah,
please go ahead. We don't follow a pattern. Just talk to us as normally, as naturally as possible.
yeah.
Tell
Firstly,
us
I
about
would
yourself. Yeah, yeah.
like to thank you for the wonderful opportunity to talk in the open forum. This is my first experience. I already pinged you. Yeah. So, as you know, like I'm Pooja. I'm original from Hubli. I have done my engineering in electronics and communication. Like I have 6+ years of experience, and I came totally from non-IT background. I am into procurement domain, wherein it is nowhere related to IT. So there was a time where I was not knowing what is SQL also, and when Ashok was explaining about virtual machine, I was not knowing what is virtual machine also. And but I was having the aim or my dream, like I want to upskill myself and I wanted to join IT. And I was thinking. One day I thought I'll do DevOps, but I wanted a guidance from any person. So at that time, Lakshmi is my colleague. Now she is my best friend, I can tell. So at that time, I met Lakshmi, and I was telling her like I wanted to join DevOps. So can you tell me about any insights? And she told, "See, Pooja, if you join DevOps in uh, any other training or institute, they will just read out all the documents and everything." So I know, and she introduced, like she told Ashok and Arun about both. And she told it's like about data engineering, wherein like many have transitioned into IT, and she gave many examples and how they transitioned and all. So I took a number and I just called Ashok on that day, and I was telling, and Ashok motivated, like if you know basics of SQL and everything, so you can do that. Nothing is wrong. And I was thinking, and Lakshmi told, you talk to Arun as well. And I spoke to Arun also. On that day, it was morning for him. I was continuously talking for almost 1 hour, I guess. And Arun motivated me in every possible way. And a very friendly conversation went, and I got bit confidence and joined the Ashok's course. And with their support, I began my journey in data engineering from September 23rd. Still, I remember. And I can tell, like Ashok has done all the live classes wherein the real examples. So if anybody don't know any concept, they can learn easily. And I would love to thank Ashok, his real time examples and very much more complex concept. Very much I have understood very easily. And from Azure Data Factory, Databricks, these all were very much new concept for me. And each topic was covered with practical scenarios. So because of that only, I have cracked my interviews. Yesterday, I cracked one TCS interview and Cognizant as well. And especially on the few topics like medallion architecture, which in real projects people are using, so they will believe like, okay, I have worked on that. And that optimization technique Ashok has explained with example very nicely. So if you learn all these topics very much thoroughly, and SQL is the base thing, I can tell, like window functions, cumulative sums, I was not knowing this, lead lag, everything. So if you brush up all these topics, and if you go for interview, you also can crack very nicely, I can tell.
So
And
in today's world, where people are not, some people say, "Oh, I'm not getting calls at all. I'm from some other background. I must be an alien who must have come from another planet. Life is too tough. Good number of movies are coming in India. Tariffs are going high. We will tomorrow. Who knows? There'll be a war." They're worried about all kind of issues. Or my dog ate my homework. how did you keep motivated? I mean, because here people are not even getting the calls. You must have done something special that you're not only getting the calls, you're actually taking the interviews and you cleared it. I remember distinctly you telling us that when you went for the interview number one, right? You were you had 700 people waiting in the 700 people had come or more, and you had some number 100 or something.
Yeah, yeah, Arun, exactly. That was walk-in at that time only. I just updated all my Naukri stuffs, everything. One HR still I remembered. She's a Madhu. She called me and she told Saturday's interview, Pooja, just go. I was not knowing it was a walk-in. If it I was knowing, I would have shared to whom I have worked with, Ganga, Pramod, everyone, but I was not knowing that. When I went, I was shocked. I thought maybe I will not clear. Just I will do that attempt because it was face to face, right?
Mm,
I was
mm.
so much scared.
Yeah, I feel, if I had to go to a hall where I see 700 people, I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know how will they conduct this interview? How, what will they ask? I mean, it's just I mean, interviews are not a problem. It's just that when you see like 700 people waiting in the lobby or something, then that becomes like a very intimidating scene for many people. Uh,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm,
yeah,
yeah.
I can give one
So,
advice around like people are getting
sure.
scared to attend the walk-in interviews, right? My recommendation is to they have to attend walk-in because many for many position there will be openings, right? People they will segregate, and maybe for data engineers I'm not sure how much numbers, but many for many positions there is a opening, and they have to attend face to face. It will be a very good chance for others
Got you.
whoever is huh.
Got it. So in your opening statement, you already shared with us, some good things about, say, Ashok or his course and things like that. I would like to elaborate a little bit upon that, and um I would also like to ask you a couple of questions based upon that. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And guys, if you have been a student of Ashok, if you are there in the room and you have been there, if you want, you can add a statement or two from your, and it should be, the only condition I have is it should be authentic and real. Yeah, it should be heartfelt, right? What you really think about the the program. Uh, okay, so Pooja, so when you started the course, one day you just came, and you said that uh, you had not very strong knowledge, basic knowledge of IT and basic knowledge of SQL, etc. How did you find the first few classes? Because I know he focuses initially on let's say ADF, then he goes towards other advanced topics like Spark and other things, Databricks and all. So how do you feel in the first few classes, and as you progressed, did you feel any kind of challenges?
Yeah, starting classes like cloud basic things, I felt like okay, it is very much easy. I can do that. So when it come to metadata driven pipeline, I thought I can't do that. And every time Lakshmi was the person who was motivating me in office. Pooja, you can do it. No worries, you will do that. So in my office, like every day I have to go to office. I was not getting time, but uh, every weekend classes was there, right? So uh, my I how I learned means for the next class I have to complete that. And Azure Data Factory, it is easy, but when it go to Azure Databricks, it was very much tough. So you have to practice all those because that was the first time we are learning, right? So service principle creation, everything, it was easy because Ashok has taught us with an example. For any topic he was telling us with a real time example. where we can remember if any interview they will ask if we quotation with that example, so they will think like we have worked on that. So Azure Databricks, which we have to pay more attention. It is bit tough. If you see 2 times, 3 times video, and if you write your own notes, everything is possible, I can say.
Excellent. Lakshmi, today, I have been asked by many people, and this is a general part of the conversation, like we are having a chat. It's not an interview or a spotlight, although it is a spotlight on Pooja, but I will take this opportunity also to address a question that we've been asked often. So, a lot of people say, hey, uh, um, um, Snowflake is also under one. So why do you choose Databricks versus Snowflake?
Is it for me, Arun?
No, I'm um, so I'll share my views, and then if you have any other views on this, let me know. I'll share views from practical experience. See, uh, number one, uh, to continue with what Pooja just said, I think Ashok's class starts very slowly, and then based upon he takes time to assess the background of the students, and then once he establishes everybody's background, where they are at with their, whether they are from IT, non-IT, how do we make each and every person comfortable. Some people will obviously find it a little bit tougher because they are totally from a different background, but as he has a great plan to move from one gear to another very, very slowly. So if you are committed, usually you are successful. um, Now coming to the Snowflake part, which I don't think we have covered this in any session, but I've been asked this pretty frequently. So when we talk about real time processing, Databricks, it has typically Databricks will have real time data processing with Apache Spark integration, right? Snowflake, on the other hand, is focused on batch processing mainly. It is lacking the robust real time capabilities. That itself is a big deal, right? Now, when we talk about advanced analytics and machine learning, Databricks will support your both of them. It has built-in tools like MLflow, etc. It has built-in tools. The word built-in here is very important. Snowflake typically requires external tools for machine learning. So obviously, if I have to choose, I will choose the one initially which has built-in tools, right? That's why it's getting popular. Although both companies are good, and we cater to both kind of audiences, but this is why Databricks is popular. And of course, if you have heard Ashok keeps on saying that Databricks, it integrates with the Azure Data Lake, Power BI, Azure Machine Learning, and a lot of other things. It's a very deep Azure integration because Databricks and Microsoft, they work very well together, right? Snowflake typically lacks this deep level of integration. Now, another thing is when we talk about performance at scale. So Databricks will provide high performance big data processing. It will have dynamic scaling. It will have cluster optimization, things like that. How about Snowflake? Snowflake is focused more on storage and query performance, right? The most important thing, and I'm not saying anything new here, guys. Ashok has repeated that in his classes, has repeated that in question and answers. He has addressed it in multiple ways. If anybody is a student of Azure Databricks, they know that Databricks offers a unified platform for both data engineering, data science teams, right? Snowflake, on the other hand, is primarily a data warehouse. It is not a full-scale solution for both teams. Again, it is primarily a data warehouse only. Databricks has collaborative tools. It makes it easier to easier for the teams to share and iterate on data processing analysis. Snowflake, uh, again, like I talked about the word collaboration, Snowflake lacks your native collaboration features. Databricks has a wide range of open source libraries and frameworks. It offers flexibility for custom workflows. Snowflake is not such an open ecosystem. It has limited flexibility. It's a closed ecosystem. If you have non-standard data, it will have some limitations. Uh, Now talk about the basic thing, pipelines. I can go on and on giving you points, but I have to stop somewhere, so I'll get back to the seminar pretty quick. Databricks will offer you powerful capabilities of building data pipelines. You can perform complex operations, extract, transform, load operations. I'm talking about Snowflake, on the other hand, will focus on what? It will focus on data warehousing, guys. It will lack robust native ETL tools. Now, if I'm running a business, if I'm running a big company, I am worried about cost also, right? Right, Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
So, righty, in that case, let's talk about cost efficiency. Databricks has auto scaling, auto termination of clusters. What does that mean? For people who are the students, they know that if you have auto scaling, it will optimize your resource utilization. It will make it cost effective for large data workloads. How does Snowflake do it? Snowflake will Snowflake is a good solution. I'm not saying, see, this is not about one is good and one is bad. There are different choices. I'm just making you see the comparison because a lot of people ask us. So Snowflake charges for storage and compute separately, and that can, if you're not careful, that can lead to higher cost when you're scaling. If you look at another thing that executives are worried about is data security, right? Governance, data security. Databricks will have built-in security and governance features. They integrate well with Azure, and you can have fine-grained access control and encryption. Snowflake? How about Snowflake? It offers the same level of security, sure. Is it a big company? Sure. Has it spent a lot of stuff on security? Sure. But they lack the same level of Azure integration, which may be very critical for enterprises that are already using Azure services. And Microsoft has promoted, has worked on Azure a lot. So the Microsoft and Databricks work much better together. Bottom line is, if you're talking about real-time processing, machine learning, end-to-end data engineering, Azure Databricks outshines Snowflake. It is the superior choice today. So I want to address this question because as I kept on this morning also, I got a call saying, "Sir, I want to do this thing. Which one should I do first? I've done a little bit of ADF. What do I do next?" So I thought I'll take this opportunity to address this question once and for all. So now back to Pooja, back to the group. Um, so my other question was, how difficult was it? Like, suppose Ashok shows a particular demo in the class where you're focused on watching the demo. After that, you guys get some time to practice uh, that particular class. You're also given a recording. You're given, I believe, you're given a practice platform. Uh, and then you have other people in the class where you form some, like you said, you formed a buddy system with Lakshmi where you both were motivating each other to study. um, so how do you find it easy to understand the class once it has begun?
Yeah, Arun, like I today Ashok has not joined. I just checked. I was little disappointed. That is fine. But I was the one asking so many questions, Arun, for Ashok. I don't know how he felt. I asked sorry also at last. And sometimes topic was if it was not clear, we were asking questions. Then also if it was not clear, like we had a group like me, Ganga, Pramod, Prithvi, everybody, like we used to discuss how it is, why it is not coming, how to do a pipeline easily. If I'm getting error also, before reaching out to Ashok, we used to solve by ourselves. If it was not getting solved, we used to take it for Ashok. And if we are sharing the screen, Ashok used to help in all the aspects, like whatever, wherever we are stuck, and the solution, everything he used to explain us.
I have
And
heard that some students are making some meme on Ashok. One of the memes I've heard is practice, guys, practice. He'll always be patient in answering questions, but he'll say, practice, guys, practice. And not one but many students have told me that we can, whenever we go for interviews, whenever we are practicing, we can literally, whether he's here or not, whether he's in San Diego, US, but whether it is day or night, when we are practicing, we'll keep hearing that in our ears. Is that true?
yes, yes. So, like he can teach us everything, but he don't want to spoon feed. He was telling us, if you struggle and do whatever, if error we are getting, if we are fixing that, then we can tell in interview with confidence. That was his
But
motto. Yeah.
So, but Lakshmi, Prem, I think you've also been with Ashok. Um, can you also confirm, like, it's pretty easy to deliver a PDF saying, here is my PDF, here is some notes, here is some ready-made questions, here is everything ready-made for you. Just read this and it'll be fine. And he'll charge like $15 for 20 questions, and he'll go on LinkedIn or TopMate or say $30 for the sure shot 10 questions. Just read this and you'll be fine, and you fake the whatever you have to fake. Is I've seen a lot of self-styled gurus doing that. So can you compare this to what you found in the classes that you did?
I can give an example from my batch. So there was a
Sure.
non-tech person. When Ashok was explaining some SQL query, he was not understanding the advanced level of concepts. So what Ashok did was like the way he made him understand. Even what I can say is, even if a person who has no technical knowledge and if he's joining the group, he never, first thing is, he never makes them feel that, okay, why did I join this? He will always find a way that he understands at least the basic to that concept. And what I have understood from his class is like, if you go with a fresh mind, even with zero knowledge, just the basics, he explains you in such a way like a kid itself. If you don't understand the high level concepts, he makes it connect to a real world example so that you don't have to go to the technical part. First, you know what is the join doing. He gives a real example for that.
Gotcha. So basically, people say, "Hey, I'm not a master of Python or I'm not a master of SQL," but he gives examples where you are comfortable with though that portion of the syllabus while you're doing ADA, while you're doing Databricks, while you're doing Spark, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So, Pooja, let me know. Um, you know what? Let's talk about the interview itself. So, how long are these typical interviews? Do you have one interview? Do you have more than one interview? How does it go?
Yeah, if it is virtual means if they will schedule for half an hour, few people will schedule for 40 minutes. So if it is face to face, literally in TCS, I don't want to tell the name of the person. He took for 1.5 hour first round, and it was like so many queries he was asking. He want to know like whether we have really worked on or not. More than in Cognizant, it went for 50 minutes.
Got you. So typically there'll be 1 to 1.5 hours, but will there be like only a technical interview, or will there be HR interview? Will there be more than one interviews?
So for Cognizant, only one technical round was there, one HR round. So for TCS, first telephonic round was there. If they will find us fit, then only they will ask us to come for office. At that time, three technical rounds was there, one managerial round and one HR round. It
Got you.
depends on company. Yeah.
So lot of people. So, can you give us a general idea? Because in an interview, typically they ask questions on various topics of data bricks or data engineering, Azure data engineering. So, Ashok covers the entire syllabus very well, but some, every interview is different. So when I go for an interview, let's say I'll be asked questions that are more focused on certain topics than other topics. So in your interviews that you've attended so far, you've been successful. Which topics or which areas do you think they had more stress on?
Yeah. So most of the questions, while if we explain the architecture of project in a very clear manner, they will ask based on on those topics. Like they will ask on triggers, like difference between schedule trigger and tumbling window trigger, and they will ask like deployment modes. People will get confused, but the answer is cluster mode and client mode. And you have to know the architecture of Spark and Databricks. And in Databricks joins, they will ask us to write anything in PySpark. So they have to brush up on window functions. So second highest salary, they will not ask in SQL. So you can just by hat also, that is fine. But don't do mistakes on that. They will get confidence that, okay, she knows something about Spark, PySpark. And
Gotcha.
in every interview, they will ask about Unity Catalog, how you achieved the data governance in your project. So
Gotcha.
Ashok has explained very nicely that one. You can just answer like whatever he has taught. And the most common questions is like, what are the challenges you have faced in your current project? At that time,
Got
if they will take an example of performance tuning everything, then
it.
they will find okay, they are very good.
Gotcha. So, in these questions, are there are there direct questions like what is Unity Catalog, what is ADF versus what is database, or do they have few scenario based questions as well?
They will not ask directly. They will just ask indirectly, like have you achieved any security in your project, data governance? At that time, we have to
Hmm.
remember, okay, this is the part of Unity Catalog. And they will not ask how we will orchestrate pipeline directly. They will ask indirectly. So if I want to run our pipeline at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, how you can approach? At that time, you have to explain with
Got,
an example.
got it. So, these examples, do they discuss them in class? Do you discuss it with your peers as well?
Yeah, Ashok has discussed everything, every topic with an example. That only helped
Got you.
me to crack the interview. That I'll never forget. That.
Got it. So Ashok also has some for people who want to pass certifications. He has a platform where there's a whole range of actual type of questions, and you can practice for the certifications. He also has mock interviews. So did you have you planned to take advantage of those, or you have already seen those? And how effective do you think they are?
Mock interview I never took with Ashok because I was in hurry. I have to give interview, first interview. Then only I go to Ashok. Once whatever the topic was there, I just read all those things and I sent my CV to you and Ashok also, like what I have to improve and all. So you have told some points and Ashok also told. So I have to work on that. And this certification, I wanted to do that Databricks certification, Arun, but it is 17,000. So
Gotcha.
it
Yeah.
was
So you want to,
huge.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and most of the people are behave like you because they are not. It is not all about certifications. A lot of people confuse certifications with the real knowledge. Ashok, like
Yeah,
I think Ashok mentioned this in the last seminar also. These certifications make you beautiful, but if you are not if you have not worked hard, if you're lacking the concepts, certification. If you go to some company and show them a paper, I don't think they will value all that unless you have basic concepts
yeah.
very clear in your
And
mind.
I forgot to mention that medallion architecture If someone is very much perfect, like upstream, downstream, midstream, if they know to explain the concept, then incremental loading. This is the main topic they will ask in interviews.
Gotcha. Um, so, um, and this question I think is for open audience as well, who especially who, there may be other people who have worked with Ashok or know him in the past. What are the top two or three things um, uh, the interviewers today are looking for? Like if you were to give some tips to people, a new guy comes to you and say, "Ma'am, I want to do data engineering. I would like to learn about what are some of the tips which make people successful in a class or in an interview. What are they looking for? What will be your general answer?"
You're asking me, Arun?
Anyone, I mean, Pooja can chip in because she has just given interviews. Other people can also chip in from their experiences. What do you think people are looking for in interviews? Are they looking for commitment? Are they looking for smartness? Are they looking for real life case studies? Are they looking for scenario based questions? Are they looking for, you can say anything that you believe is true from your real experience in interviews.
Arun, I can tell like confidence plays the most important role. If you don't know the concept, you can tell whatever you know on bit, and you can tell I'm not sure about that, but I will make sure if I'll get an opportunity. Like this answer, and yeah, this was taught by Lakshmi. I will never forget that. Even I have used this sentence.
Good sentence.
Uh, yeah, and most of the things like if they
Yeah,
don't know the SQL,
I think it does reflect that you're authentic. You're not like trying to, you're not like some smart pants trying to say, I know everything,
yeah.
I'm the greatest person on earth. It makes it very authentic. They hear the areas that I know best. There are a couple areas
I try
I'm
my
still
best.
working with. Yeah, I'm still working with, and I'll try my best to catch up pretty quick. They think that
And
you're reasonable and
yeah,
authentic.
and one person asked me what is
Yeah,
autoloader. I was knowing this answer, but due to that fear, I forgot. So I just told, this topic uh, we have not implemented in our project, but if I'll get an opportunity, I'll definitely do that. So they will get to confidence like, okay, she is aiming to learn. So this kind of answers will make us safe.
but I think
And
people like Lakshmi and Prem and others in our group. I have done some sessions with people on resumes and all. So talk to us a little bit about resumes as well. What are top two or three things that people make mistakes in the resume, and whether it is quantification, I've heard some other things. Can you give us a few tips on how to, we don't want to have a full class on resumes because we do it extensively from time to time. Prem just did one, I think, a couple of weeks back. So, can you share with us a few tips on how what are the mistakes that people do in the resume and what to avoid? And Lakshmi, you can also chip in, and if you have some tips, please chip in, because the more and more we hear from successful people, it'll be great. It'd be great for the audience to understand them, especially if they're freshers. It'll be great for them to um, understand where they go wrong.
For me, the first point is always like how much you are able to match the job description, because that is what an hiring manager looks for.
Mainly, I want to say that whatever we are keeping in the job description, even though in the profile they are seeing, and on that basis only they are asking all the questions. If we are keeping for like Databricks, ADF, first they will ask from the ADF. They will start. After that, sometimes it will be by Databricks. My suggestion.
Got it. So I'll give you some examples. Some people like to write, my hobby is singing. My hobby is playing carom board. My hobby is watching Big Boss. Or whatever my hobbies. I won the beauty competition. I was number one in beauty competition. or I was number one in playing chess. Now, they eat away a lot of real estate of the resume. Resume is typically a one pager or two pager. Some people have five pages. They fill it up with all kind of unnecessary information. Um, do you think it's a good idea to put all that?
2 pages is enough for us. Means I was done with 2 pages resume, and one more is only 1 page. I was converted into 1 page, 2 page resume.
Is
And
it a good idea
most of the time,
if you?
Arun, some few people will not even read the resume. They will
Yes,
just ask the
they will
question.
start by their own end. Like they will start by like SQL and PySpark. After that, they will go to Databricks and ADF.
And even if you will tell me about yourself, if they will not even listen sometimes.
Hmm,
Yeah, few times. And Arun,
okay.
one more thing I wanted to tell you, like me and Ganga, we met in this batch. We are planning to meet directly in Bangalore as well. And she used to call Pooja explain. We were not talking any unwanted. Like every day we used to talk, asking the same questions, both. Like it was like if you come and ask me when I'm sleeping, also I can answer that. Like how, like that, we got thoroughd. And
Gotcha. No, no, it's a great point. I mean, a lot of people practice alone and they think, but if you practice with a buddy, usually it becomes very
It will be so
easy.
best. We are doing in the group now. That is always best.
and sometimes we were so frustrated, like we thought we all will not become data engineer, that is fine. But one more thing I want to highlight, like after the course people will think they have to take rest. No, at that time only we have to
We have
start
to
our
start the
journey.
journey.
Yes, if we will pause that journey,
Oh
we will
my,
never
oh
become
my,
data engineers.
Data engineers.
Yes.
oh my. You bring up a
Yeah.
very good point because some people I know of, they take a course and then they think, oh, I worked very hard uh,
Three months.
for 3 months, 12 weeks. I worked very hard. Now is the time when I can sleep a little, and then they
No,
sleep, and
no.
then they say,
No.
oh, then I was invited by I got married. I was invited by for somebody's marriage. I was invited by somebody's birthday party. I had to go to Haridwar to have fun because I was I wanted a break. So that's when you do something like that immediately after the course. It's it's like a disservice you're doing to yourself because that is the time when if you revise or review what you've done and practice with others, uh, practice mock sessions, practice interview questions, practice understand, get a good grasp of the scenarios that they can be asked, then you will be successful. But if you leave it in between, I think it then you some people that I know, they have taken they did not they took a lot of breaks in between. They were not consistent and committed, and therefore even after doing any course, regardless of, I'm not just talking about data engineering, I'm talking about pretty much SQL, Power BI, or any other courses that run in the COE. They typically take a break, and then they, even after 4 months, they cannot come back to the track, and they have to redo, they have to waste much more time again and again, right? So yeah, so I totally agree with you on that.
And one more
um
thing, Arun. Yeah.
yeah.
Ashok's video was like 3.5 hours. Sometimes the session went
Hmm.
for 4 hours also because of more questions.
Hmm.
So at that time, while revision, I used to keep the speed for 1.5 or 2. By listening to that, now it became practice. So if I'm usually listening songs, I was thinking like, why they are singing very slow? I feel like I have to increase that speed and go. That much it became habit for me by revising those sessions.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have told us that, some recordings, if you're comfortable with the topic, you can watch it in 1.5x or 2x. Some topics that you want more focus on, you are sitting alone and you want to go slow with the topic because you're newer to that particular aspect, then it helps you to run it in a slow mode. So yeah, I mean, people use all kind of strategies to help themselves. Um, at this stage, what I'll do is let me see if any audience member has any questions. I have covered the most basic ones, but let us hear from the audience as well. So anybody from the audience can unmute themselves, including Prabha, Bhavya, Ganga. Oh wow, I'm seeing the Ganga here. Another successful candidate. Uh, Lakshmi, Madhusri, Mazi, Manjunath, Pooja, and others that are there. Please go ahead and ask any question that you may have. And I see Ashok has joined us. Welcome, Ashok.
Hi. Uh,
Ashok.
Yeah.
I request him to join sessions, and he says, Arun, I do not want to join sessions. I only want to sit back. I only deliver great education, and I sit back and I enjoy how the candidates speak, how they talk about themselves. Only if there is a question for me, I will be there supporting them 100%. But usually they themselves are such great success stories that they speak for themselves. I don't need to be a hero of every show. And I get pretty amazed because usually when I see videos on YouTube or elsewhere, there is one person, the trainer, half the time, 90% of the time, he is doing the talking when the show is about the candidate, their story, their success, right? So this is a great point I find, Ashok. Is very is being pretty humble. All right, guys.
Hey
So go
guys.
ahead and ask.
Good
Go
evening,
ahead
good
and
morning,
ask
everyone.
question.
Hey Arun.
Yeah, please introduce yourself and ask the question, please. Go ahead, someone. I'm waiting for the first person to
Hello.
ask your question.
Yep. Hi guys, I'm Prabha. Okay, Pooja and Ganga, thank you so much for sharing your inputs. Okay, and just one quick question, please. When you shared your questions, right, is it based in UK or US or India?
India,
Where are you based?
India.
Yeah.
In India, right?
Yes.
Cognizant India, you said, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Cognizant India, Cognizant Infosys, Cognizant TCS.
Okay, okay. Those are all the questions from CTS then.
Yeah, means
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
yes. I
Okay, okay.
have
Thank
one
you.
Excel, okay. I will just share in the group, okay. Maybe that will might be helpful. Like whatever
Yeah.
questions from the company. Yeah.
Yeah, that will be great, Pooja. And also, Pooja, when you said about triggers question, right? Okay, I didn't get that question. Okay, so what did they ask? Is it like, tumbling window trigger and the other thing you said? What exactly is
Scheduled.
that one?
Scheduled window trigger. So they will ask like if I want to run a pipeline on weekends. So what kind of trigger you will use? Like it's an indirect question. You have to understand and you can talk about that if you know the concept.
Okay,
And yeah, and if one question they have asked, I don't know whether I give a right answer or what. Ashok will tell that. So two pipelines will be there that they are not connected each other. So after running one pipeline, second pipeline without manually triggering, how we will trigger that? I told we can do the dependency on tumbling window trigger, like uh, pipeline A, once it is successful, then only pipeline B can run. And he told, yeah, it's correct. Ashok, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, no, that's correct. So, like,
Thank you, sir.
that was a very simple question actually on the trigger.
Yeah, and he was writing those, drawing the pipeline, and he was asking those questions.
Actually, they
Different
are
questions.
focusing on sometimes medallion architecture also.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
one Ashok has cleared very
Yeah,
nicely
yes.
that concept.
Whatever
That
sir has
yeah,
been explained in the class, it is enough to give the interview. Means we are able to crack the interview so easily
yeah.
if we are listening the recording and we are doing the practice on the daily basis.
I
okay,
see here there's a good question by Sai Pavan Kumar. He says, how did you explain the project using the architecture? So using and then the second question he has asked in the chat box is, how did you prepare for a production level job, whether it is data workflows, ADF pipelines, failure questions? Did you have these questions and how did you cover them? Ashok, you can also pitch in, you know, how does one go about doing that if they have finished the course? How do they go about? What should be the approach for these kind of questions? They
See, the people who are actually practicing, they would know because our learning is all practical based, right? All the scenario based questions are already covered within the session itself.
Yes.
It is just that you have to practice and you will be able to explain. So, what we do differently than others, I ask questions based on different scenarios within the class and will allow students to think over and come up with the answer. And if they are not able to come up with the answer, I provide the answer within the class itself. So all the scenario based questions are already covered. So with the slightest twist, if you are able, see, the students can make only one mistake, okay? They are not able to understand the question. So the question may have a different language, but the answer would be same.
Answer will be
So
same.
as Pooja is explaining, right? So you have to understand what he's trying, what is the intention of the interviewer to ask that question. If
Okay.
you are not clear with the question, you could ask again, like, what are you meaning to ask this, rather than just answering it. That way, you will be able to clearly understand and answer it correctly.
Ashok,
Adding to Ashok,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
sorry, adding to Ashok words, right? I would like to share one thing here with other of my friends here. Okay, see, actually, I joined in Ashok's batch for January batch, actually, ADE, but I haven't started with ADF. I joined in between from the Databricks, actually. So what happened is, like, I don't have any knowledge on ADF. But the thing is, like, last week I went to India. By then, I have completed Databricks course from Ashoka. So at that time, what I thought is, like, because it is bit expensive here in UK, I think of to do it in India. So I thought, like, to give a try there. Okay, because it is nearly 13 to 14,000 difference is there. So now, if you'd like to do the Databricks, right, certification, from March 31st, it was closed actually. So now if you are going to write it, it is the Databricks is now converted into Fabric, actually, Microsoft Fabric
No, no,
Data
no,
Engineering. So
no, no,
what
no.
happened is,
Hold on.
I still gave that one.
No, no.
Okay.
It is not. It is not. Databricks is not closed. The data engineering, Microsoft Data Engineering 203 is closed.
Yeah, instead of DP 203,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
in 203 part, okay, we need to give DP 700 actually. So
700.
what
Yeah.
I thought is, let me give a try, because in Ashok's class he told us, like, fabrics is not much different. Okay, the only terms are different, but the logic and everything is same. So that is the reason why I just think of to give a try. And honestly speaking, till now I didn't update in any group, anywhere, not even in Ashok's group as well, that I have cleared the exam. Okay, I have cleared the exam. I have cleared the certification with the knowledge what Ashok has taught me there. Okay, the
Wow,
thing that,
I'm learning this. We are
Congratulations.
all learning this. Congratulations, we're learning this for the first time. The
no.
Congrats, Prabha.
No, the
you know,
reason, no,
I'll.
no, I would like to tell you one thing here. The
Mm,
thing is, like, I have not completed ADF. Okay, but still, I would like to give a try. But before going to that level, right, I was like, a bit scared, because I landed on 17th and I gave the exam on 19th. Okay, because my main motto is, like, to give an exam. I would like to give a try, and I would like to just see myself what exactly I got in Databricks in my head. That's it. I don't want any other thing. I just want to compare that with Microsoft Fabrics or whatever it is, how it is, and like that. So I have given the exam, but what I have done before that is, in the ADF part, okay, I have asked Ashok, okay, to share the videos, and she shared the videos before. But I'm about to join Ashok's May 17th batch for ADF. But what I have done is, just like Pooja told, right? Okay, she viewed that videos in 1.5 or 2x, right? I did the
Yes.
same. And what I have done is, I have put those videos, okay, and in the flight itself, okay, I have gone through the documents. Okay, so at least, okay, something to refer. Okay, so like that. And for the Microsoft Fabrics, what I have done is instead of having nil knowledge on Microsoft Fabrics, I have done some couple of R&D on that one, and I have copied some files on my laptop, and in the flight I have gone through those things. That's it. That's all I have done. The major part is I have understood the concepts what Ashok taught in ADE. That is the
Exactly.
main thing. And
You know, I'm
in the
always surprised. I'm always surprised by the fact that there are so many students have told me, Arun, I have very limited time, so I try to utilize every minute of my time. When I'm going from home to the office, I listen to Ashok in my car. I listen to Ashok on a flight, and a lot of people. Because Ashok does not have enough time to follow up with everybody. Have you cleared a certification? Have you prepared? And the students themselves come up and say, "Sir, they always surprise Ashok. They always surprise the COE team. They will come and say, "Oh, sir, I did not want to tell anybody that I have cleared this because my motto was once I clear two or three, then only I'll say." So we have we have hundreds of people like that who have already done it. We know about them in certain cases, but they tell about their success stories after they have two or three offers. That has become the trend in Ashok's class. Trend. I'm I'm seriously, I'm so happy and surprised each time by it. And sometimes I'll tell Ashok, did you know that this fellow like Pooja cleared TCS also?
Yeah.
He'll say, oh,
Yeah,
Pooja
I think
yeah.
messaged me, and then I came to know. Prabha, I was not sure that she cleared the exam. See, I will tell
because
you guys.
Ashok, actually the reason I
Mhm.
didn't put it there is itself is like, because in the, even though I have given up the exam and I have completed that one, right? I am still having the gaps what I have seen when I'm doing the
Mhm.
exam. So what I
Yes.
thought is like, certification means it is my own field. It is not like I just don't want to showcase or something like that. It should be
Mhm.
useful somewhere. Okay, definitely that
Yeah.
is good. Okay, but I would like to first of all fill in the gaps what I am having. When I read that questions and everything, right, sometimes I was a bit confused, so I was like, just filling those gaps now. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so now even though
So,
you have given the Databricks for what is that projects, right? Okay,
hmm,
I am just going to the projects and I'm trying to do the stuff. Okay, so I
yeah.
am there. So I just don't want to, yes, I have done this, I have done that. That doesn't matter, right? Okay, first thing is like, I just need to move my career from testing to the ADE. So once I get into that one, then I feel like it's a complete success. Till then, I just thought like, my one of the chapter is completed, not the whole book. Okay, so that is
No,
the
no,
reason.
that's correct, Prabha. So what I want to say is, anyone wants to transition, right? And what happens is the biggest mistake students do, okay? They come to the live classes, okay? They will attend for 1 month regularly, and then they will start disappearing from the sessions because they are totally relying on the recordings. Okay, so now when you are relying on the recordings, so they have their thing in their mind that this recording is there for 1 year, and we can someday we will start looking into it, and that someday never comes.
Never
That is the
comes.
reason. That is the reason I always say, who is coming and joining me, guys? You have to commit 2 to 3 hours daily. If you cannot, then don't join me. It's not just for money. It's for sharing good knowledge so that people can benefit out of it. There are
Ashok.
institutes who really don't care if student is learning or not. They don't really care. But I care because this is not just a business. This is actually to share the knowledge. That is the reason
Ash-
many students come after like 8 months saying that, sir, we just started reviewing the recordings and tell us the shortcut to get the job. I said that there is no shortcut. There is no
Ashok,
shortcut. You have to work hard.
Ashok,
Mhm.
Lakshmi, Prem, Pooja, Prabha. I'll tell you a
Mhm.
secret which even Ashok does not know today. I will share it. So one of Ashok's students is since December onwards, that person, I will not name that person. I'll let Ashok figure it out. The person is earning $20,000 per month in the United States. $20,000 per month, you multiplied by 12. How much does it become? So
Yeah.
that much is the whether you are in India, based upon you getting salaries Indian standards, or whether you're getting $20,000 is a pretty good salary in United States per month. I'm not talking per year. I'm talking per month. So that is the amount they are making, and they were again they did have a little bit of IT background, but they had no knowledge of ADF, Databricks, Spark, or anything. So they have cleared. They are doing a great job in one of the biggest organizations, um, in an environment where there
Mm.
was a couple months in the United States where people being let go. People are worried about jobs, whether there will be jobs or not. But the amount of investments that are being made in India, the amount of investments, data engineering, infrastructure investments are being made abroad. It's like a very huge market. So this is
I
the
will.
right time. I keep telling people
Yeah, I will tell you one more thing. Okay, I was talking to one of the student right yesterday. He appeared for data engineering. Okay, he's been offered a data architect position. His final round is still pending. That is the reason I'm not going to name him. But soon you will hear people getting the architecture position also as a solution architect, and there will be multiple people like that. Because I've been talking to
absolutely.
people, they say, okay, they go there and then they say, okay, how about taking the architect position? Are you ready? Then people get scared. They call me, sir. What shall I do? I said, don't worry, I am there with you in your work. I will guide you. I will not do your job, but I will guide you to do it. The reason is, guys, there is not much difference between an architect and a lead or a data engineer. It is just the way you think, the way you design things. That's it. So
Ashok,
that's the reason I'm saying the it's not only helping you to get the job, to actually perform your job too.
On the same note, let me share with you an anecdote somebody shared with me day before. So I asked him, what were the reasons behind your success, and the answer was, sir, Ashok, Ashok is something else, next level. So I said, how? Please explain to me. No, he said, sir, Ashok is next level. I said, Arey bhai, I understood. Please explain to me how. So he said, sir, Ashok in his classes will write during, if you ask him a question, he will explain it. He will write on using notepad. He will not offer me any fancy slide. I kept on asking him, give me a PDF, give me a fancy slide, give me some sort of ready-made solution. And he said, Ashok is the only one who does not offer these fancy slide, a ready-made answer, ready-made PDF for every topic. Sir, Ashok ji made me think. And that was the difference. So I said, wouldn't it be great if you would have been spoon? He gave every answer, and he gave you a PDF for $10 or $20, which has all the ready-made questions. Or he was always on LinkedIn writing stuff about, here are 10 questions, do this and you'll be successful. So he said, no, sir, the value that I got was in thinking along with him, along with the class. So I was very happy with the answer, that the candidate realized that the value is in thinking along with the class. The value is in not getting ready-made spoon feeding.
Another thing, Arun, see, I pinpointed few students during the session itself. Right, that you will get a job, don't give up, you will get a job. And all those people have got cleared their first interviews. The reason is, if you are asking a question in the class, right? And I'm answering and asking a question and you are trying to answer it. Okay, whether it is correct or not. If you are able to do it for 12 weeks, there is no one who can stop you. No one. Because data engineering is, I can tell you what kind of questions interviewer thinks and they can ask. I have a
Right.
student who went in like for an interview, 1 hour face-to-face interview. Okay, it was scheduled with 4 or 5 people. She went in, and within 20 minutes, interviewer said that we don't have any questions to ask.
Yeah, for
And
me
she was
also in
given a,
Infosys, they
yeah,
got a
she was.
face-to-face round. 4 rounds they took.
So, Akansha, there was a time when Akansha was getting like 4 or 5 offers, and then she used to say, tell me what you want to ask in Databricks. You ask anything in Databricks, I will be able to answer. That is the confidence student get, and that is nowhere else. Nowhere else
Yeah.
you will get it, because you do hands-on. It's not me, it's you who is doing the hands-on is giving you that confidence. So when you do things in
Yeah.
your hand, you will never forget. If you just watch it as a movie, whether you watch my slides, my videos, or anyone's video, you will forget. That's the only difference. Hands-on is very much required to transition into any skill set. And 3 months you work with me, the way I'm guiding you, the way I'm articulating things, there is no stopping after that.
Gotcha. Um, so guys, please go ahead, ask your questions, whatever
Ashok,
comes to your mind about data engineering. Yeah, please ask.
sorry, Ashok, you said that data engineering certificate is still there, right? In that, can you
Yes.
tell me, what exactly the number is that one in
There is no number for that. It is called Databricks Data Engineering Associate.
Databricks Associate? Okay,
Okay. Yes.
okay, okay,
So there are a couple of certifications from Databricks directly. The one which you
okay.
were talking about was from Microsoft,
Yeah.
which is collection of many services. Here it is only purely based on Databricks.
Okay, fine.
So these certifications will bring your resume up. Okay, but your knowledge will speak in the interview. You may get
Yeah, yeah,
shortlisted for the interview, but if you don't have knowledge, you will not be. So we
yeah,
have sample papers also, right? Suppose you want to do data engineering associate, we have sample papers. You can go and get it and
yeah,
practice. You will score more than 90% because
yeah,
those are
yeah.
real papers. It's not like someone has given the dumps. Those are the
Mm.
real papers wherein you can actually practice and get the answer, what is correct and what is not, and you get the master cheat sheet. You tell me who has this kind of stuff in their in the entire market? No one has it.
So Pooja, so back to Pooja, I was going to ask you, I forgot that. Um, so there are multiple projects, different kind of projects that Ashok has in his list, where he gives you a range of things you can do with Databricks. Uh, and if you practice, few of those projects, they are helpful. People have told me. So, which project did you pick up, or you chose to practice on?
To be honest, Arun, like I did that movies TB one thing, and financial I did half, and
Got it.
that metadata driven pipeline I have done.
Static and
See,
dynamic data.
Yeah,
metadata driven pipeline, everyone has to do it. There is no way you can skip that because that is the base. Okay, because in the industry that has been used widely. If you go into the project also, when you actually start working Puja, you will see all of this is circling around that metadata driven framework. Okay, and then you do one or two projects of Databricks, you should be good to go. It is,
yeah,
see, more projects are for more practice. If you do one or two and you understand the concepts well, you should be good to go.
yeah. Ashok,
Ashok,
that
here is one
question,
question. Go ahead.
question is
Mhm.
there,
Go ahead.
right?
Yeah.
That is version 3, and the staging is the production. How do
What
you
is staging?
manage how do you manage multiple versions of a model in ML flow? I really don't know this answer, Ashok.
No, ML flow, you simply say that I have not worked on ML. Why will someone ask you questions on ML? You are a data engineer.
Yeah, I was thinking I have missed this
No,
topic. I thought to ask
no, no,
that.
no.
That's why.
ML
Yeah,
flow is machine learning, right?
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
didn't teach you. So you should simply say, even if they ask me, I say that I have not, I'm a data engineer.
Yeah. And one more thing, Ashok, like many friends told, Pooja, learn Python. And I told my sir has told not to learn that Python.
PySpark.
And
No,
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 I never said
Python.
that don't learn Python. Okay, I
No,
said
no,
that
no.
Python is
Yeah,
not mandatory to learn PySpark.
yeah,
PySpark.
yeah.
Let me
Correct.
take the word. See, there are difference in the words. If I say don't learn Python, I will never say that.
No, no, no,
I will
run,
always
not.
say
Huh.
that it is not required to understand PySpark and Excel in your life.
Yes,
If you
yes.
talk about
And
me, I am not an expert on Python. Okay, I'm not an expert. My background is like I came from Oracle background, wherein I'm an expert in SQL and other stuff. So, but I know Python to an extent that I can read Python, I can understand Python, and I
yeah,
can deliver things. So that if you know that much, that is enough. And basics of Python, anyone can learn in 2 hours.
yeah, that one
It's
saved
nothing.
my time, Ashok. Like only basics I
Yes.
have learned. And even told my friends, few are like they are learning Python programs and all. If they will not listen, I can't do anything. But I told,
Yeah,
like,
they're the people who spend hours in learning big data, Hadoop, and all also, right? But no one can stop them to learn. What I'm saying is that is not required in current markets. This is current market situation is you should know Spark, okay?
Spark.
How the Spark works, and believe me, if you are scared of coding, the PySpark coding is not very difficult also. You
Ashok,
have
there
to
is
take
one.
steps.
Got you.
Pooja,
Ashok, there is
during
one
the
question.
sorry, Arun, just one quick
Give,
thing, please.
go ahead. Go ahead.
To Pooja, Pooja, when they have asked you the questions, right? Okay, did they ask you, like, to write any code or something like that, or else is it only the questionnaire kind of stuff?
No, they will ask us to share the screen and write on notepad. And in if it is a face to face, they will ask us to write on papers.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So,
Ashok, you remembered, like, I was the person, like, I was very scared about coding, but I have learned PySpark, Ashok. Yeah,
Hmm, hmm,
I
hmm.
wanted to tell.
So I'm telling you, right? All these people like Ganga, Pooja,
Wow.
Kushagra, right? They had zero knowledge
Actually, main thing
in
from
IT,
September
zero knowledge.
batch, we are getting all
Yeah.
jobs because we made one group and we are practicing daily basis. On daily
Yes.
basis,
Yes.
we never wasted one day also. So it is very best to do means we never feared in the interview. Whatever we are doing means we are getting selected. Everyone we are getting good offers like 4,433 offers from each companies. Wherever we are going, we are giving like anything interviews.
I
And even
wanted
we don't
to,
know SQL
yeah.
also in starting.
Pooja and Ganga, I am a junior to you in AD. Okay, but still, can you add me to your batch, please? Anytime is fine for me. I mean, like, I'll
Yeah,
follow UK
No,
Sure,
no, you
always
sure.
don't need
anytime.
it. See, okay, you guys can create any group. What I am trying to say is, if you make a habit of practicing yourself, right, you don't need
Yes.
anyone.
No,
Problem
I
is when
want
you
the
rely.
questions like that, Pooja. Okay, so the one what you and Ganga followed, right? I just want to follow in that way. But in my batch, right, very few are there, but most of them are having some other occupied with some other stuff. But I would
Mm-hmm.
like to do in that way, you know.
sure, sure,
So,
Prabha.
so that's the
See,
reason I'm
I
just
would
asking.
I would recommend you have your batchmates also, Prabha. You reach out to them, tell them that okay, I am starting this group. If you want to practice on a daily basis, this is the time I'm blocking.
Yeah,
And just
yes.
let's
I also
practice
done
together.
like that same.
If you do
We,
this
me and
way,
Ashok, it
then
Sagra
happened.
done that.
everyone
Ashok,
will
it
benefit.
happened. It happened. It's going, but most
Hmm.
of the time the gaps are still coming. So that is the reason. I want to take one topic. What I have done is I have taken one topic as per the Ashok thing. Okay, like first the Spark architecture and stuff. So what all the questions it is there in that one, right? You ask me a question, I ask you a question, you ask me a question. So on the next day, if we are going to the other topic as well, I just took 5-10 minutes to cover the first topic. Okay, and then second topic. So on the third day, first topic, second topic, and then third topic, so that it we won't miss the other one. So I would like to do in that way like that, but it will be great
Yeah, yeah.
if
You
Pooja,
can
Ganga,
you
if you can
can
add me
you
in that
can
way,
talk to them. So it is open. You can reach out to anyone. What I try to say people is, if you are coming in the sessions, right? Whatever assignments you are getting from the session, try to do it by yourself without watching the video. If you get stuck, then fast forward it to the point where I'm explaining, then do it. That way, your speed of learning things will be really fast. That's how I learned actually. I am telling you the secret of me learning data engineering from like 8 years back was there was no one to teach, first of all. What I did is I will pick any topic I want to do this pipeline. Okay. I will start doing it and I will get stuck. Then I will dig into the documentation to find an answer for it. And it used to
Gotcha.
take like me months to even get into an answer. But that's how I build my career on this. So that
But
is the secret I'm telling you. Practice it, get stuck, then watch the video. Video should be a reference point rather than you going again, because that is 3 hour session, right?
Yes.
It will take really long time to for you to complete it. Everyone
I
has a
want
different
to.
approach, but this approach will be really faster for you.
But Ashok, one more thing. Whatever you have taught us, if we do our own notes, then there is
That is
no
best.
need to see the video again, I guess.
Yeah,
Whatever
yes.
your
We are
wordings, I
right.
have wrote down in the notes.
Yeah.
3 notes completed, Ashok. Seriously.
For me
Three
also, like
notes.
3 to 4 notes. Every
Yeah.
point, every
Wow.
single word, we note down the notes.
And whatever Ashok has told, this is very important. It will come for interview. I
That is
have
enough
marked
for
in
to crack the interview
red.
also.
I have
Guys, I
marked
think
with
I
red.
want to come to India again to meet Pooja and Ganga.
Huh. Oh,
Okay.
Sure.
there are many more that you do not know, Prabha. You just have to ask. There are hundreds of success stories. Just meet these people, and you'll be amazed.
No, these girls,
So
right?
Even the
Okay.
best
my mindset is matching with them. That
Um,
I mean, like the same thoughts I have. So that's the reason I'm just pointing those two. Actually, I had a call with Lakshmi as well earlier. Okay, but I
Mhm.
didn't get chance to meet and all the stuff. But yeah, it's in progress. Okay, hopefully I'm going to call you guys soon.
But one more
La-
thing, Prabha, like you know everything, and if you try to in that group, if you try teaching from starting, your time will also be wasted. So you first
yes,
learn everything, then you
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
discuss. Starting only, don't discuss. It will waste your time. Yeah.
Okay, good tip. Thank you. Yeah.
so coming back to my question, as a host, I've been asked to ask Ashok one very important question, and you guys can also pitch in your thoughts. So the question is like this: and these questions come from data analyst, financial analyst, business analyst, and senior data analyst. And they have said, "Sir, initially we thought there was a big boom for data analysis, so we thought we'll convert to IT. So we thought we won't go for big things like data engineering. We did some Power BI, we did some SQL, and we were lucky to we worked hard and we were lucky to have a decent job, sir. But I have now worked for 3 to 4 years, sir, and I am getting stuck." So I said, "How are you getting stuck? Please explain." The answer that they gave was, "We are stuck where our salaries are only, say, between 4 lakhs to 10 lakhs, or maybe at the most 12 lakhs. But I feel that I am not going anywhere. I'm doing the same stuff over and over again of front end visualization. But my company keeps telling me you are missing the backbone. If you want to grow any further in your career, you want to make more money, you want to be known, then data engineering is a must." So, what is your Ashok? What is the message for these kind of data analysts, business analysts, a typical SQL developer, because they get stuck in a career very soon, and
See,
they are
I
not
will tell
able to
you one
grow
thing,
any
okay?
further.
What I'm seeing from here is there will not be any data analytics job going forward. There will be only one job, is either data engineering, full stack data engineers, or the machine learning engineers. The reason I'm telling it is the data analysis part is very tightly coupled with your data engineering. If you don't have the correct data, you cannot do the analysis at all. That is the reason your data analysis people are not highly paid as data engineers. I will take an example. One of my client, okay, they have opened a position in India, and they are offering for 4 years, they are offering 40 lakh salary for data engineer. Versus there is a position for Power BI developer for the same years of experience, they are offering maximum 20 to 25 lakhs salary. That is the huge difference. So this is eventually going to merge into one. So that is the reason I always suggest people having the analysis background, SQL background, get into data engineering. That will boost your career, that will give you lots of opportunities going forward. Because eventually people, so there are stories wherein people were Power BI developers, they were asked to learn data engineering because they start using data engineering, they don't want another stream of data analyst. So if
Ashok
you
says
don't learn
some
now, you
data.
will not. Yeah.
Exactly, some senior data analysts have cried, literally cried to me. I mean, not cried as in tears, but they were very unsettled, and they said, "Sir, now I learned it when I was a little younger. Now I got married, or now I got this additional responsibility, or now I changed my job, and I really am stuck, sir. Matlab, I thought that Power BI is going to support me forever, or Tableau is going to support me forever, or SQL is going to support me forever. But I am seeing these trends, and they are valuing in my company. I was supposed to be the go-to guy. Now they are valuing data engineers much more, and they are paying them highly, and they are getting all the respect, recognition, awards. Whereas I feel that now I don't even know, sir. Do I have it in me to learn more?
No,
So
you have to work hard. See, if you have to survive in IT, whether you have 10 years experience, 20 years experience, you keep learning. I have close to 2 decades of experience. Until now, I'm still learning. I keep learning technologies. I learned DBT. I learned AWS Glue. I learned so many other technologies. The reason is if you want to grow in your career, you have to keep learning. If you cannot learn, then you are not suitable for IT.
Gotcha.
So it's not only data engineering, any skill set you are working in IT, if you cannot keep your pace with the learning, you will be out of the job soon. That's how market works in
Gotcha.
IT. There will be boom for something like
Okay.
10 years, and then 10 years technology will start changing. But if you have basics right, you will be able to unlearn it. If your basics itself, suppose Databricks, right now, let's say after 10 years, Databricks evolves and gets into something else. If you don't even know Databricks, how will you evolve yourself into the other technology? You will not be. So better
Right.
things will come, right? You have to compete with the market. You have to compete. That is the reason the people who are thinking from 2 years and has not taken the step to learn, they are still at the same place. I have students who attended my free batches like when I started 1.5 year back, and they still come and say that, sir, we made a biggest mistake, we didn't join you. And they are joining now. So that's the reason I'm saying the decision making power is very thin in people. They don't understand trainings are sometimes investment also, rather than just an expense. Now you
Ashok,
invested, you don't take it seriously, then it's an expense. If you take it seriously,
Ashok,
like Pooja would have
yeah.
benefited, and she would have said, no, this is an investment because I multifolded my salary, right? So it's up to you guys whether you want to consider it as expense or investment. I always consider training as an investment if you are utilizing it well.
Absolutely.
Ashok, when I
So
was
Ashok,
paying 30,
I get 2 kinds of inputs here. One is from the, and a couple of them have been our leads in the past. So they tell me, I even went abroad initially when I did Power BI SQL. I got a chance to go abroad. Now that I come back, I'm not getting any great opportunities now, and I'm really stuck. And I wish, from every single person, Ashok, I've heard, if I would have listened to Ashok, if I would have been consistent in my practice, I spent 4 or 5 weeks of ADF very well. I know everything about it, but when it came to Spark, I took it easy. I got distracted, and I did not do project. I did not practice like Ashok said, and now I'm now 2 3 months have passed, and I don't know. Uh, when I listen back to the recordings now, I don't even have the same batch members, and I'm feeling left behind. A lot of people have expressed regret that they are not consistent, and they are not getting any good opportunities. They thought that they have become a senior analyst, or they have become something in their organization, but they got stuck later on, and they are literally, Ashok, if I recorded them and if I played in front of you, you would say, yeah, I told you.
No, that's the same thing I hear from all the people, right? There are students from my first batch, okay? They come say that, sir, in 12 months I have wasted. Now I want to practice. Extend my time on the videos. I said that no. The reason is I know if as soon as I extend it, you will again take it easy. So that is the
Correct.
reason I want to put a hard stop that after 1 year video is gone. Then people have their back in mind, oh no, if I don't practice it now, we will lose something.
Exactly, Ashok, because some people say, I went to this other fellow, I did not learn good concepts, but I thought what he had promised me was a marketing gimmick, that this video or this note will be available to you lifetime.
See,
So,
if you give
sir,
a crap and you leave it for the entire life, then what is the value of that crap? Okay. So,
yeah.
so I don't value that. What I value is the kind of knowledge you are getting, right? Value that and practice it. And this is a market which is booming right now. Databricks is all around. There are
So one funny
openings
thing
all over.
yeah, one funny thing I heard was, sir, they told me I have access for lifetime, and now I have already waited 3 years, sir. It almost seems like a lifetime, and I'm doing nothing with that lifetime access. So all that was marketing gimmick. I should have joined Ashok. I should have understood.
Yeah. No, see, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not to
So
penalize
so
anyone. It is to force people to learn. That is all the intention.
mhm.
So the intention is not to penalize anyone, rather than
So
force them to learn now. Because in 1 year, the technology will start changing. If you have not learned the
right,
basic, how will you learn the changes? You cannot.
Correct. So Manjunath or other people whom we have not heard from, Sai Pavan, uh, Bhavya, if you have anything that is coming up to your mind during these discussions, please go ahead and ask us. And Prem Sai, you have been quiet also, so you go ahead and ask your questions as well. Akriti, I know that you have been practicing data engineering also. So,
Yeah,
so do
Akriti,
not
especially
fear,
for you,
guys.
start interviewing.
Yeah,
Okay, if you have any issues, reach out to me. Whether your batch is over or not, guys, I don't really care which batch you belong to. If you need help, I will be there to help you. That's my commitment from very long time, and I will do that. What I try to say is just practice it, go for the interviews. You getting stuck, let me know, and you will be able to clear it. If you have
okay.
practiced it, yeah, it's not a big thing.
Before
And
we wrap up, guys, please, this is your chance to ask, say anything, ask anything.
And one more thing, Ashok, when you told the fees, I was thinking that was very much big. When I got a job at the first time, I was so happy. Like that was nothing. It's an investment. Just we have to learn and we have to utilize that. I can tell that.
See, I will tell you another thing.
I
Okay,
have seen,
when people say fees is high, right? They are not understanding what they are getting into. This has a high potential of salary. Salary ranges. Suppose you join a 10-15,000 course. Okay, you get a salary of say 20 lakhs, and you join this, and your salary is 30 lakhs. So is 35,000 more or 10 lakh is more? That the calculation no one
absolutely,
understands. And also,
absolutely,
if
Ashok.
you
You know,
Mhm,
there were some people who did their MBA. They paid
mhm,
like close to a crore. I mean, in
mhm,
not just in India, but in they. So one fellow
mhm.
had joined an MBA class. They I think they pay about 20,000 per year or per semester. I'm not sure about it. So they paid so much money. Now they're saying, "Sir, my MBA college, my MCA college, or my post graduation, my experience is not being able to make me that much return on investment which Ashok's class has made."
Yeah, see, it is wise decision to choose, right?
This is a
What
simple,
course you want to
this is a
join.
simple math.
Yeah, so it's if you calculate or you compare with the market, right? My course is very reasonably priced when compared to others. The same course you will not even get for 80,000 or 1 lakh rupees because you will not get this kind of content. You talk to any big institutes who are teaching, right?
Absolutely.
First of all, they have left the industry from 8-9 years. They are just a teacher, and I'm a practicing solution architect. So that's the huge difference. I work as a solution architect. I run my own company. So that's a huge difference right there. So guys, I would just
Correct.
say whether you join me or not, if you want to learn, you have to do hands-on. Choose your mentors wisely and just make sure that you are practicing and you will get a job. No matter what skill set you have, you should have these. Look, Kushagar is a live example actually. Arun, Kushagar didn't knew anything about IT. Zero IT experience.
Right.
And he was very scared when he joined.
Right.
He got a reference from some of his friend, okay, and he came to me saying that, sir, I know you
Hmm.
teach well, whether I will be able to learn or not. And the only thing I told, right,
Hmm.
others are telling to practice 2 hours. To you, I am saying you practice 3 hours daily, and I guarantee you will get it. That's what I said to him. And he said that, sir, I will leave my current job, and I will just focus on this. 3 months he practiced. Very first interview, he was able to clear
Hmm.
it.
Got it.
But he was the person who
So
used to ask me questions left and right, no matter how small it is, how big it is. Left and right, he will ask questions.
Pooja,
So
is there anything that I have not asked you or I have not covered which you would like to add from your viewpoint? Because you are a success story with multiple offers and you're still taking additional interviews. So,
Yeah,
if there is anything that I have not covered or I have not said, which you want to share from your end, you're welcome.
you have covered almost everything, Arun. But I
Got it.
told Ashok like I will take four offers. So still I will take two offers and then I will join one of the best by taking advice of you and
This
both
is
like Arun and Ashok. Yeah. I told you I promised Ashok I will do
yeah.
that.
This
Yeah.
is So yeah, Ashok, this is one fun thing that I'm seeing only with Ashok students, that they are not satisfied with one offer. They know that multiple offers are going to come to them, so they keep taking interviews, and they go for they don't select the first offer that they get. They often juggle between multiple offers, and decide what's best for them, what's the highest money and highest. It's not just about the money; it's about the long term. It's about the total package, the long term value of being in the particular organization, whether you're getting other benefits and all. So people are going for only the best, and they are saying, even though I was from non-IT, I'm going to go for the best, because who am I? I'm a Shok student. And the pride with which they speak to me is amazing.
Another thing, Arun, see,
Speaking
clearing
to
interview is one
my
part. See, clearing interview is one aspect, and performing in the company is also another aspect. We next time we will we will bring people who are actually got the job and started working, and you will see that they don't reach out to me anymore. They say, "Sir, we are able to do everything by our own."
got you,
That is the
Ashok.
difference, right?
I
That's
remembered.
the big
I
difference.
remembered. Got
Mhm.
you. Got you. I remember one more question that people have asked me, and I totally forgot about it. Um, so people have asked, you have something called as an alumni group,
Group.
where you have
Mm-hmm.
students from many previous batches. They all talk to each
Mm-hmm.
other even after getting the job. So can you guide us on what really happens in that group? What are the kind of activities you guys do in alumni?
So basically, that alumni group is first of all to have all my students at one place. Okay, these batches are, as we grow,
Okay.
we will start deleting these groups, individual groups, and the idea is to have
Hmm.
everyone at the one group. Second thing is, anyone wants to talk to anyone, right? They are free to talk. They need any guidance, post your questions on the alumni group. Any group member from previous batches will be able to help. Third thing is, I wanted to create a group wherein I select 10 people and transition them from lead to an architect, or from data engineer to senior data engineer. So that was the intent. Okay. That intent is not completed yet because I got very busy with my work. But eventually, I will have sessions for our alumni group wherein they will promote from one level to another level. So that is the intent, okay?
Got you.
And
So
they talk whenever they get stuck. They post the questions there, and we answer them. There's an open
So
forum
even
basically.
after the courses, so even after the courses finished, and I finished my education and I started doing a job, and now I'm ready to get promoted. You are helping them for free? Is that
Yes,
what I'm
yes,
hearing?
yes. I don't charge for like
Wow,
guiding how to transition from one role to another role. So I will tell you another story about money,
got
right?
you,
I was
got
offered a position, okay, as a senior solution architect for a company, and when I get into the company, they were saying that do the management work, take the responsibility of the complete project. There is no one
you.
up there. You have to manage everything. You decide what you want to do. I said that I don't want to do this. The reason was I was
Mm,
getting away from technology, and my compensation was 1.5
right.
times what I make at other places. Still, I left that. I said that money is not something which is right now
Wow.
giving me a kick.
Hmm.
What is giving me a kick is technology. I want to master this technology. Money will come. I know that. That is the reason I always tell people, don't run after money, run after your learning. If you learn better, you will be getting salary. Salary will come to you for sure. 1.5 year back, I didn't even had the LinkedIn.
Okay, got you.
I never applied anywhere. I used to get the offers by Dice itself, so I never used LinkedIn. So then Arun and me talked, and Arun said that no, you should have a LinkedIn. Then I created. If you see my creation date, it would be somewhere around August 2023. because I didn't needed that. So learn the
I
technology really
saw
well.
I saw Pooja.
Hmm.
I saw Pooja.
No, no,
You raised your hand. Did you want to add
no,
something?
Arun.
Yeah.
I wanted to add that reaction clapping hand, but it got my hand raised.
Yeah,
Got
technology.
you.
See,
Got.
Pooja, for you also, don't stop. Okay, just keep learning. Whether it is Databricks, DBT, there will be so many things coming your way. But if your foundation is good, you will be able to learn very easily. Don't just stop now. Keep investing in yourself every year. Small amount of money to grow in technology. And one day you will find in a position wherein you say that, sir, I have arrived. I'm telling you that that will happen one day.
And guys, one thing I want to say from my side: if you want to be established later on, even though you are working and all, don't be from LinkedIn. It's a powerful platform in the sense that you can write articles, you can appreciate articles written by other people, especially in the COE group. So don't be, don't say I've got a job now. Now I will not do anything. I'll uh, just not interact with everybody else. When you are successful, when you help other people, uh, know about the classes, know about the articles, know about the kind of questions asked, you'll be even more successful because you learn the art of mentoring other people as well. Okay, I'm almost
Yeah,
about
so
to.
next meeting, next
Yeah.
session we will do, Arun. I will bring in the students who have been actually working in industry. Okay, who, and we would like to
Wow.
share their experience, how they are facing, what challenges they are facing. Are they able to do their job with just the training? Okay, what kind of challenges they face? So you will hear live from them what actually the value of this training. It's not just to get the job. That's what I tell to people. It's actually
Gotcha.
you will be able to perform your job without any help. Your mindset will
We will
broad
take
up.
you up. Our
Yeah,
COE team will take you up on the offer. Akriti and Prem will note it down and
yeah,
work with you to set up that session. I'm sure they'll be very valuable in terms of insights and practical,
yes,
experiences.
yes.
All right, guys. So I'm ready to wrap up. If anybody has not spoken or they have one last minute thought or a comment or a question, please go ahead. Otherwise, we are ready to wrap up the session. Anyone?
I don't have any
I'm
questions, but I
sure
would like
this.
to thank for arranging this one, for arranging this session, and it really helps. At least me, I'm saying that it really helpful for me. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you,
Prabha,
Pooja.
Was it Prabha?
next session is with you. Okay, you just get the job, and we will conduct a success story for you.
Yeah, yeah,
I really
definitely.
hope that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Prabha, next time I'm on a flight to India. I've heard Ashok in the car. I've heard Ashok even while I'm walking on the road. I'm just taking a walk with my dog. I still hear Ashok sometimes. Uh, uh, but I haven't done it on a flight. So next time when I am going on a long flight, I'll make sure I have a good ear pod or something with my iPhone, and I listen to Ashok because sometimes a lot of words that he says about the market, about the industry, about these experiences, they always motivate you,
It is
whether
really
or
good
not you are
to
in it for the
listen,
job.
Arun.
Is a
Sorry to interrupt you, Arun. It is really good to listen to videos at
mm,
the time. But the only big problem is like, if you get some question right, you can't search. Okay. So at that point of time, right, I noted the points. And after I landed in India, in Mumbai to Vizag, I am having that 3 hours time. At that time, I searched for those questions. Till then, I didn't get my sleep. So that is a bad part of watching videos.
yeah. I have
Yeah.
no clue how Ashok is, I think because of all his students, his family is going to tell us that Ashok spends 99% time with all his students. He's that crazy after technology and after helping students. His goal is to, when I saw his LinkedIn for the first time, he had written, I aim to, it's something like this. I aim to have 1,000 data engineers or something like that. I don't exactly remember. and I was like, people usually write, I'm the greatest engineer, I'm the greatest this thing, or I'm like the some people, some self-styled gurus have written, I'm a god of data engineering and things like that. And Ashok is writing, he does not care about those things. He just wants to train 1,000 people. So he was talking about mentoring. So that amazed me. All right, guys, we had some fun. Thank you, Pooja, for sharing your insights. Although I mean, we did certain things, and people that want to reach out to you, please allow Pooja to settle down. Please allow her some time to work through these offers. So if you have any questions for any one of the featured guests that we have, please give them some time. Set up some time, because they have their personal time, they have professional time in the companies. So if you set aside some time, they'll be happy to address your questions. And the best thing is, you reach out to Ashok. Whatever questions you have, you can ask Ashok. Um, Ashok, I think you also have. Ashok, what is the best way to reach out to you other than
WhatsApp.
is WhatsApp the best
Yes,
way, or
WhatsApp. Put the
writing
questions
to
on the
some?
group so that if I am not able to answer, I'm not available, someone will answer. If no one answers, you will get your answer from me.
Wow. Well, thank you, Ashok,
That's how it works, right? It
for
works
being
really
here.
well for the people who want to actually learn.
Ashok, before you had not joined for first few 15 minutes or so, Pooja said, Arun, I'm not going to do this webinar. So I said, why? Pooja
Hmm.
was almost saying, sir, this success means nothing to me without Ashok being there today when I'm getting this opportunity to
Actually,
speak for the
I was
first
out
time.
yesterday. I
Chairman
didn't
Ashok
see
is
that.
not there.
Yeah, I was not aware that there's a session. Basically, we were out. I came very late in the night. And then all of a sudden, when I woke up and I saw these messages, then I realized that there is a session today. So I was
Yeah.
actually out. I couldn't use my phone last night.
So we
Yeah.
had to pause the session for a few minutes while Akriti. I said, Akriti, please ping Ashok, because our guest is very upset with us that their success means only when you are available.
No,
So,
my thinking is the success is theirs actually. That is the reason I didn't wanted to join this session, because it is actually their success. See, I teach many students, right?
yeah.
There are few students who are able to clear immediately. It is all their hard work.
Hmm.
Who's working hard, God is always with them to help them. That's what I always believe. I'm a firm believer of hard work versus shortcuts. Never take shortcuts, that because that will not help you in longer run. If you have worked hard, this learning is going to stay with you. If once you go into the job, Pooja, you will see how things are easy for you. You will see that difference. So for anyone like who has practiced, they go into the job. There are many students who don't openly come and tell that we have got multiple offers. Many students, they come and say, sir, we don't want to brag ourselves. We received this offer. Just kindly don't post it. So that's the reason I just post it anonymously. I don't even tell their names because they don't want to be named, because they
Yeah,
have
Ashok,
other
a lot
people
of
in the
time.
groups.
Yeah,
They know. Yeah. So all these things they
yeah,
don't want to share. So
yeah.
I don't share that.
Yeah, and a lot of times people are juggling with multiple offers, and
Yeah.
the general members will, or some spammers, even some spammers or scammers, will keep writing to them saying, "Hi, do you want to be my friend? Do you want?" So they get distracted when they are dealing with
Yes.
multiple job offers. So this is the reason why we avoid it, why we avoid naming the people until they are ready to show up and share their opinion themselves.
True. True.
All right, thank you so much, Shok. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot,
guys.
Akriti and Prem, and most of all, Pooja. This is your day, and I know that you are not stopping here. You are unstoppable, and you are having many successes. And we'll call you are a real people's princess now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
See you
Bye.
next week with a new great data engineering seminar.